What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we're coming back to Sabaton. Yes, indeed. Sabaton Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Helheim X and Dominic 2026. They both want to see me react to this song by Sabaton called To Hell and Back. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Sabaton, okay? And the video has 369,369 views. I kid you not. 369. Yeah, 369,369 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What are you saying? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Sabaton, To Hell and Back, live, The Great Tour. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, The Great Tour is that video, that concert video where they're shooting the entire show from the stage out behind the band into the crowd, right? I kind of like that. I kind of like that perspective. Don't get me wrong, I miss seeing their faces when they're performing live, but I do kind of like that perspective of this is what the crowd sees. So it's pretty cool. I dig that. I hope I'm right about that. I hope this is the same concert. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Yep.
Some man on the wire, thrown into combat, the body's right high. Hides his emotions, his blood's running cold. Yes, seismic as the story unfolds. Riot, power, riot. If there be any glory in war, let it rest on the
It's got a good feel to it. I'm digging it. Tempo's good. Pace is good. The chordal structure's sound, it's flowing really well. Melodic lines are flowing really well. I mean, everybody is doing a really good job, and the song is a really good song. So far, so good. I have no complaints. I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, and I'm enjoying what I'm watching. So, off to a good start. Let's keep going. Let's see where it goes.
die. Making it easier to say goodbye. Blind, how I blind. If there be any glory, oh, let it rest upon my king. Who went to hell and came back? Cross the stone road, there's you. And your soldiers sleep and we're dead 6 feet deep. The dead can sleep, there's no debate. The jobs and attack, going to hell and back. Oh, get around me and listen while I speak. Oh, Lord, we're headed 6 feet deep. And down the shore, and can't.
I'm sorry. I love their bass player, man. Every time I've seen live footage from this show, the bass player is just all over the place. I love it. I love that. I love the fact that he's moving around and he's taking it upon himself to really kind of lead the charge as far as the showmanship goes from the instrumentalist standpoint. The guitar players really don't move around a whole lot from what I've been noticing. I mean, they do move, but it's not like the bass player where he is literally jetting across the stage. You go from one side of the stage to the other and doing it quickly. He's just fun to watch, man. He looks like he's having the time of his life up there, and that's always a good sign. Whenever you're able to convey that to the crowd that you're having a good time there, the crowd's going to see it, they're going to internalize it, and they're going to have fun with you. They are. And then that in turn makes you have even more fun because now you see the crowd is having just as much fun as you are. So it's that cycle. Here we go. It's that never-ending cycle of energy. And the same thing goes with fun. So I appreciate that. I love watching him. He's an absolute blast to watch. Interacting with the other musicians, interacting with the crowd. He's a showman. He's an absolute showman. I dig on him. I really do. Let's keep going here.
Oh, get around me and listen while I speak. Oh, Lord, we're headed 6 feet deep. And down the shore, the cannon still roll. The haunting my dreams is in there when I sleep.
There we go. That little pause that sucked you in. I fell for it. I heard that pause and I looked at the time like, wait a minute, we still got, are they done? We still got like about 1:25 to go. And then they kicked right back into it. I was like, oh, I fell for it. Dang it. No, that was good. That was really good. That nice little swerve there. Good on them. It got my attention. It absolutely got my attention. And they got me. I don't know the context of. I saw this stuff coming out of the confetti jets, and I'm thinking to myself, or the confetti cans. I'm thinking to myself, okay, confetti, that's cool and that's nice and all, but it looks like money. I'm sure it's not real money. I'm sure it's fake money, but I mean, it still looks like money. What does that symbolize? What does that have to do? They wouldn't do something that specific if it didn't have some kind of meaning, if it didn't have some sort of symbolism for this song. So this is why I wish I understood song lyrics. I really do. I really wish I could get into lyrics so maybe I could understand, if I knew what the lyrics were and I understood what the song was about, maybe I would be able to look at those things going, oh, I get it. Like, I'm sure like every other Sabaton fan gets now. And they're like, oh, we get it. And I'm like, I wish I could. I wish I did get it. But I'm sure in the comments you guys will let me know, so please do. Please let me know what that symbolizes. Well, first of all, is that fake money? Or are my eyes just playing tricks on me and that's just confetti? I mean, I don't know. It looks like fake money. I don't think it's real money. Then again, I mean, I've seen bands shoot real money into the crowd before too. So, I mean, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Let's finish it off and we'll get to the review. Last song of the set.
I hope to see you all again very soon, my friends.
Something tells me this is the last song of the set. Something tells me this is it. Or if they're one of those encore bands, which most bands are these days, this is the last song, and then of course they leave, and then a minute later they come back out and they do like one or two more songs for an encore. So that's possible too. But this is definitely, I feel like this is an ending of some kind. So it's either the last song or it really is the last song. I'm not sure which one it is, but I have a feeling it's one of those two.
Thank you. See you all again very soon, my friends. Thank you and good night.
Just say good night. With the tank fire. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that, actually. The question is, how much did I enjoy it? Let me think about it, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Sabaton with To Hell and Back. There was a request from Helheim X and Dominic 2026. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. If I'm being honest here, would I say that this is my favorite Sabaton song? No. Not even close. Would I say this is top 3 of the Sabaton songs I've heard so far? No. Absolutely not. Would I put this in top 5 of my favorite Sabaton songs I've heard so far? No, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't do top 5. I would go top 10, but I think I've only heard 10 songs so far, so that's not saying very much. But I could see this being like one of my top 10 songs from them that I like. I see it staying in there too. It's got a great chordal structure. It's got a great chordal flow. The melodic lines are nice. They flow well within the context of the chordal structure and within the song itself. The feel, the groove on the song felt good. Nothing felt out of place or forced. Even that break, like, I was thinking to myself, when they did that, I was like, was that break necessary? It wasn't necessary. It wasn't needed. But, and here's the reason why. It was a full measure. When I rewound it and I listened to it again, it was a full measure rest. A full 4 beats. But here's the thing. It wasn't necessary, but it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like they were shoving it down your throat. It was very casual, and it just flowed right back into the song when it did happen. So it didn't feel awkward. It didn't feel stiff coming back in. It just felt very natural. So that's pretty much the theme behind this entire song. Nothing felt weird. Nothing felt out of place. Nothing felt awkward. Nothing felt disorganized. Everything they did made absolute sense. And the song sounded really good. It sounded really good. The song alone, the song by itself, if I were to listen to this song just as a studio recording, I would give it like around a 7.8, 7.9, somewhere in there. It's a really good song. It really is. I really enjoyed it. What brought it up to an 8.1 was the live performance. Watching all the guys on stage having fun, in particular the bass player. Let's be honest here. Who was having the most fun on that stage at that point in time? The bassist was. It was pretty obvious, okay? But I mean, the other 2 guitar players, they were moving around, they were having fun, they were interacting with each other. It was really nice to see the 2 guitar players and the bass players and the bass player. There's not 2 bass players, there's 1 bass player. The 2 guitar players and the bass player coming up front center stage and having that unison time. I love that. I love seeing bands do that. We do that ourselves in a couple of songs where the guitar is, there's times where the entire band comes up to the front, don't get me wrong, but I personally like it when it's just the guitar players and I. And the 3 of us will go up to the front of the stage and we'll take over. And that's fun, man. It's a lot of fun to see us do that. And that's one of the highlights for me during the course of our shows is when those kind of moments happen. Don't get me wrong, I love it when the whole band does it too, but there's just something special about when it's the 3 of us. You know what I mean? The 2 guitar players and the bass player, the 3 rock string instruments. You know what I mean? And we're up at the front and we're dominating and we're having fun. I love those moments, and I can see that they probably have the exact same feeling that I do. It's probably a special moment for them as well. So that was fun to see. The bass player just all over the place, man. I just had a blast watching him. Great production, great use of pyro. The pyro wasn't overly used, which I was really thrilled about. I saw it at the beginning and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's see how much they use it. And to be honest with you, if I'm being 100% honest, they could have actually used it a little bit more, and I would have been okay with it. I would not have thought that they were overusing it. But always leave the crowd wanting more. See, that's smart, and they did. I could have stood a little more. I would have been okay with it, but they used just enough to make me want more. So smart. The use of that tank at the very last, the last note, bam, and they popped it off. That was cool. That was cool. I don't know if they do that ever throughout the rest of the concert. Is that just a one-time shot at the end and that's it, or do they have that go off multiple times during the course of the concert? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen the whole concert, so I have no idea. But yeah, I'd be honest with you, part of me kind of hopes that they leave it for the ending, like they did right there, and that's it. But then there's also part of me that kind of wishes maybe they would do that, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 other times during the course of the whole concert. Don't do it every song. That's overkill. It's no longer special at that point. But if they fired it off like, 2 or 3 more times over the course of an hour-and-a-half show, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would dig that, actually. Vocals on this, very typical Sabaton vocal style. The lead vocalist, he really knows how to use his range, doesn't he? I've said that before about him, and I'm going to continue singing his praises on this. I know a lot of people might get offended by what I say, but that's because they're taking it out of context. I'm giving the guy a huge compliment. He doesn't have a large range. He has maybe a 2.5 octave range in his vocal lines. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with it because I know people are like, oh, you're insulting his vocal range. You're insulting his vocal talent. No, I'm not. I'm stating a fact, okay? He has 2.5 octave range, and he utilizes all of it, and he does it well. I would rather see that than see a singer that has like a 4.5 to 5 octave range who struggles on a full octave on the bottom and a full octave on top, you know, and they try desperately to get up that high, and they struggle so hard to get down that low, but they keep insisting that they can do it. See, this guy doesn't try to do that. He knows where his strengths lie. He knows he has a 2 octave range, 2.5 octave range, and he utilizes it to the fullest. See, I would rather have a vocalist like that. I really would. So kudos to him, playing to his strengths, knowing what his range is, and making it work and maximizing the most out of it. I have a ton of respect for the guy for doing that. I do. So I know a lot of people might get offended by the fact that I pointed out he only has a 2 octave range. Oh, heaven forbid I point out a fact. You know what I mean? But then praise him, heaping praise upon him for utilizing what he's got. So if people are going to be butthurt over me saying that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're butthurt, but, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe you should come back to reality. Anyway, no, I had a good time with this. It was fun to watch. It was fun to listen to. Would I listen to the song again? Yeah, I would. I would absolutely listen to this song again in a heartbeat. Will I put this on playlists? Yeah, I actually would. I would put this on my driving to Vegas playlist for sure. Driving around town, maybe. That list is smaller. It's more selective, but it might find its way onto there one day. Gym, maybe. I don't know about the gym, if I'm being honest here. It might, but I don't know. We'll see. Who knows down the road? It might very well make it on there. But I had a great time with the song. It was a really good song and a great live performance. And that is how we're getting to the 8.1. So, 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.